Hello, my dear subscribers. So I'm Rising. I'm Maria the Clairvoyant, and I'm going to be doing a general reading for the sign of Gemini for the month of July 2018. To those that been following me, I want you to know that the reason why I changed the channel, I want to apologize for the inconvenience first, and the reason why I changed the channel is because it was very hard to be managing 2 channels at the same time. It's kind of hard, so I decided just to keep it as I used to have it before, and I hope you guys are okay with it. That I'm still gonna be doing the 12 months, the 12 signs for the month, and I'm probably gonna add up a little something every week for you guys because I don't do weeklies. I might do mid-month, but I'm not sure right now. It depends on my timing, but I try to do these readings that you guys can have enough for the whole month. Okay, and remember that this is a general reading, so I may not reach to everyone that's up there, and this is for a portion that is going through whatever these cards they were selected for you. I picked them out, and I picked them out with any kind of convenience for me. This is for you guys. If you guys see as I'm moving the camera, this the way I'm gonna do this reading is using the fairy tarot cards from the Ring Virtual and Red Light Valentine, and the 2 cards at the end are by the message from the angels. Okay, so with the message from the angels, the card on top that I have, it represents kind of like what's going on here. This is the foundation. This is how you feel. To those this is I'm explaining how I do my readings. The 2 cards on the bottom, and you could say 1 week, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th week of the month, and this card at the end is a possible GPS card, meaning that this is the card that's telling you what path you could take. Okay, it's only 1 card. This is just the advice that the angels can give you. This is what the angel is telling you how you feel now, and this is what you can do. Okay, that's the intentions of my readings. However, this reading could go anywhere possible. Okay, so let's start with that, my dear Geminis. Okay, the energy that you have right now is the Princess of Springs. So the spring cards represents fire or wands. You can be in a foundation of career, of life purpose, whichever it goes along. This is more or less like if you're concentrating the career, this is what's going on. And what does the card says? What is your foundation, Geminis? Charming, self-confident, passionate, and restless. Immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. If you're in a relationship, Gemini, you may be going through this passion right now. Maybe you just started this relationship you could be in a relationship with a fire sign, because Gemini is an air sign, so that is very common. And you might be one of the fire signs. So, or it could be that if this has to do with your career, maybe you finally got the career that you wanted. If this is the same job that you were doing, you could be getting promoted. So I feel that some of you, this energy has to do with fire, and this is how you feel. Maybe you got a job. So if that's the case, let's see what it says. Princess of Summer, gentle, sensitive, kind, and inexperienced. So maybe I'm reading to those. Summer represents the water signs, which is your energy. I'm sorry, not your energy, Geminis, but you can be dealing with someone that has water. There could be a water sign, a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. It's hard to try to translate summer to the other energies sometimes, because I usually get confused with summer and spring. Okay, so I apologize for that. And here is telling you a new relationship, emotional experience, in the invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. So Geminis, you probably have someone that is one of the water signs. It doesn't have to be a young energy as it is here, but it also means that you probably have someone you can talk to, someone you can tell your emotions to it, or you simply having a new relationship or starting a new relationship right now with someone. It doesn't matter which sign this person is. It could be a fire sign, it could be a water sign. So this is the energy that you have. So you might be dealing with someone, and you may be starting a relationship, to those of you that I'm speaking to. The next card that you have is the Five of Summer. Just that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotion of others, focusing on which frightens or worries you. So with the Five of Summers is the energy of cups. Remember that the summer represents the water, the cups. So to those that are reading to, you might be feeling maybe a little sentimental. You could be dealing with people that this is for Geminis, okay? This says going to Geminis, but it's like a lot of emotions going on. You have 1, 2, 3. So to this Geminis that I'm talking to, maybe you're dealing with people, or around your house there's a lot of negativity going on. You need to remove yourself from those people, or at least if you cannot remove yourself from them, don't allow that energy that they have to come towards you. So, and you remember that sometimes there is a reason behind things to happen, okay? So sometimes you have to be concerned of, there is both sides of every story, and the main thing for you guys is to stay away from negativity. So anything that doesn't concern you and anything that doesn't fulfill you, just leave it alone. It's not, you can't do anything about it. The next card that you have is the Princess of Autumn. You have 2 princesses. So by looking at this as a whole, maybe you might be dealing with 2 of your children. Okay, so this could be you thinking about your kids. Maybe 2 of them are more of your concern. Even if you have 4 or 5, there's 2 people that you might be involved, that you might be concerned. It says a story, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous. Happy days, news about your career, promotion, or scholarship, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So to those that have a job that is coming to you, you're probably going to be in training, because this is a set studio. So to those who started, got a job this summer, and here in America is summer, so some of you are going to be going to a change through a new job, and maybe you are going to have a training, and that's why some of you are going to need to study. Okay, here you get the 4 winters. The 4 winter is the air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So with this energy, set aside your concerns for now. You can make the decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. So if this is the case, some of you with the 4 winters, you probably have been working very hard, because this is a working card, like the Princess Prince, and you've been working very hard, and so now you're probably going to start something new in your job. Just take it easy. There's always people around you that might be negative about your new job, or enviness that could happen too, and you're probably going to start the new training, the new job, the new career. And here it's telling you probably you need to take a vacation before you take this training, even though this training is going to start. Maybe you already know of that training, but you probably need to relax before you start a new job. Okay. On the bottom of this card, you have card number 18. So if you guys like to play numbers, you can play card number 18. And this one is number 4. Remember to move the numbers around if you want. I'm sorry, I need to stop for a minute because I had to change the music that I'm listening to. So for those, the moon came down. Okay, what I was saying was that if you guys want to play these numbers, you're welcome to. That came in your sign, and I always do that every time there's a number. I let you guys know. You guys can play that number. You have the moon here. Powerful, intuitive, and infinite. Letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of the situation. So if I put these two cards together, this is the Princess of Summer and your relationship, and this one is telling you the moon represents the hidden truth. So understand the truth of the situation. So whatever it is, if you're starting a relationship, and maybe you need to understand the person that you're going to be involved with. Maybe there is things that this person is going to say about you or about themselves. Maybe not too much about you, or maybe you want to tell the person who you are and where you're coming from. And when we start relationships, sometimes it's hard to be honest with that person and tell the truth. Sometimes we feel that the person is going to walk away, and there are times the person doesn't walk away. There's times they do, sometimes they don't. Or maybe you're going to find out truth about this person, and then you have to just understand, Gemini, is the situation that this person is going through. Okay, the next card that you have is the Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, firm by compassionate as a leader. So here on the top card you have the 5 of Summer, and here's the Emperor. So remember, the Emperor is the type of person that he is the controller. He's the one that is like the ones that provides for the town, the one that provides that the necessity for his or her people. If it's a woman, he can also be a woman leading that place. So this is, to me, is telling you, like, if I'm following the card of the moon, use your logic. So to me, it's telling you, use your logic over the situation that you just find out. And if it refers to the 5 of Summer, it's telling you to trust that everything that happens, it happens for a reason. So you have to understand that you are a compassionate leader. So you probably understand what this person is going through, especially if you are in a relationship. And if she confide or he confide things to you, you're going to be the big person to understand the situation or the problem of the person. So if this is a job situation, you're probably going to be in dealing with the owner of the company, or a very high person that is bringing you to this job. And remember that you're going to remove from the way they used to do things in a job, and now you're going to do it your way if you're coming to a new department or a new job, or you're just starting something new. Okay, so if this boss is listening to you, just remember that this person is going to understand your situation, and probably they're looking for a different set of mind. The next card that you have is the Princess of Autumn. It's students responsible, right? And so you have the 7 of Autumns here. So see, Autumn and Autumn. And Autumn represents the material aspects of the work situation. So I feel that this is more or less resonated with work relationships, not too much with love, but we'll see. With the 7 of Autumn, have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and play your next step. prudent investment of time, of money. So if you studying right now, be patient. So sometimes people goes to a job and they want to learn everything in the first time, and it's not easy to learn a different a product, to learn that system. So it takes time, and maybe you might need to study a little bit longer opposed to other people. But be patient with yourself, especially if you're in an older group. I always tell them to the people that are looking for a job in the older group. So be patient. Don't worry. Be patient, because you're going to learn as much as the other person. And remember that you come with the wise of being a hard worker from the past. And so some bosses are looking for that, because most of this new generation don't use logic, or don't know how to use logic, and is growing with everything handed to them opposed to us. So the last card that you have here is 4 winters on the top and the 4 summer. Being distracted and failing to see magical opportunities, taking someone or something for granted, disconnected with life. So some of you that these 2 cards are, or these cards are resonating to, is that you need to relax. And if it's the 4 of summer, remember you're dealing with the water sign. So some of you might be dealing with the water sign, and probably that water sign might be the one that is discontent with you, or that person might be taking you for granted. If you're not the one, Gemini, taking that person for granted, maybe that other person is. And maybe if this was a relationship pattern, like here you have the 4, the 5, and the princess. Maybe you have started a new relationship, Geminis, and this is telling you to trust why things happen. And this person may be distracted for the opportunity or that he or she has. And if this is a job situation, this person is not focused. If it's not you, which is it could be, I mean, it's, remember, this is a general reading. So if you're not focused to what is it that you want, you may lose this opportunity. Maybe there is a good opportunity coming your way and you could let it go because you're not seeing the potential. What happens is that some people are narrow-minded. They right away want to have the big opportunity instead of having the foot in the door. They want to jump from A to C, or to half of the alphabet, but they need to do things step by step. And this person might let an opportunity go because he's not concentrated in what's up there. What can he do there? So let's see if these cards are connected with these cards. I have the Angel Vanessa, and then Angel Vanessa says, and I'm telling you, I do not read these cards before I start the videos. I don't have time for that. I just go along to what comes out. This is your energy, and this basically, this card is telling you how you're feeling right now, Gemini. This is 2 cards that I'm taking out, and the 2 cards are what's going on with you. How do you feel right now? I'm not doing 3 cards, 4 cards. No, this is the power of what's happening now. Right now, how do you feel? So how do you feel? To make your decisions, ask yourself, which way bring me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? So you see, it's basically telling you more or less what the end of this card says. And this card says, being distracted and failing to see magical opportunities. So you might be distracted, Gemini. It could be your energy, because Geminis tend to have 2 around them. 2 people in a relationship, in the job, 2 jobs, whatever it is, it's usually 2, 2, 2, 2. So Vanessa, the Angel Vanessa, is saying to make your decision and ask yourself, which way brings me closer to your divine purpose? Because right here, you have a magical opportunity and you're not seeing it. You're not feeling connected to it. Okay. It says, The additional message of this card says, should I go this way or that way? You wonder. One day you're sure of your decision. The next day you question it again. The indecision will be healed by focusing on your divine life purpose, even if you're not sure of the purpose exact nature. You do know that it involves bringing peace to yourself and others based on the foundation. Then, which decision brings you closer to the peace? So remember, this is a general card. So whatever decisions you have, because you, Gemini, are the only one that knows what your indecision is. And that's part of the Geminis. And Libras work that way too. If you're still unsure, then ask God and the angels to help you further. You can access which decision will help you the most people. This is a wonderful basis upon which to make your choices. Sometimes the easiest route is the one that takes you further away from your divine purpose. So your indecision may come from a fear of making waves or uncertainty about your future. In such cases, gradual change is warranted. And slowly introduce your new direction into your daily life and easy out of your old direction and slowly. In that way, you won't be frightening yourself. You will be more open to hearing God's guidance, and you will feel our love. So whatever indecision is, and you have 3 cards, you had this one is telling you to trust yourself. Okay? So, and then you have this one that you have a new path that you can take, but that's by choice. It's up to you if you want to take that choice. I'm not here to tell you what to do, like I always. And this is the last card. This one is your GPS card, Rosetta. You may have a gift from working with your own people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So if you're, for this Geminis that probably are work at a school or work with children, we'll see what's going to happen. The additional message of this card says, children respond to your open-hearted nature. You also charmed by their straightforward honesty, laughter, and innocence. In many ways, they're engaged and heal your own inner child. You seek to give these children that which you desire when you were young. You also feel an inner calling to improve the lives of children, and you may wonder about the best way to proceed. I am with you as a guardian angel who delights in bringing you the opportunity to help children. All you need to do is notice the young people who I'm bringing into your orbit. Be your delightful self with the children, and the rest will take care of itself. As soon as you're ready for an increased role, please say to the world, to me, and I will increase the number of life in your touch. Please be assured that I understand your temperament and will only bring you the situation that match your passions, talents, and interests. You are a blessing to children everywhere. So some of you, if you might have to do with children, or you probably need to take care of your inner child. If you're not into a situation of working at this age, and you're now and this is you already passed that stage that you're working, maybe right now, I feel that to those that this card came about, if you're like in an older group after 60s, baby, you have to take care of your inner child. Maybe you abandoned your inner child at such a young age because you worked too much, and now you have to heal the inner child. So maybe that's why of your indecision to some of you. And here is telling you, let's say to those who have a career and you decide to maybe you get a career, a job as a supervisor. Maybe you feel like you didn't want it to, but now the angels are telling you that it's okay to take that job, because they're going to help you to deal with as many people. It doesn't necessarily have to be children for those in the older group. It could be that you may have a job that you're going to deal with children, or people, not children, but a younger generation. You also had the Princess of Summer here. and you have the Princess of Autumn, so you might be dealing with children, period. So maybe you had to take care of your children, and maybe you're looking at them like if you were part of, that was you back then. Maybe you had a childhood that was not as good as you can try to provide your family now. So some of you are dealing with children, okay? Some of you are dealing with a job, a new job that's coming along, or a promotion. Let's say it. Don't be afraid. Remember that maybe this job has a lot of problems. The moon talks about hidden agendas. Probably some companies, the workers or the management have their own agendas, and now everything is coming to the surface. We call it shit hits the fan, and now the bosses are seeing what they want. They know what they're looking for, and they're bringing you along. And so that's why it's telling you not to be afraid to get the job and the opportunity, and just make that decision to have the job, or you're just going to continue being their other next available person. So, and maybe you're going to be working not with children but with younger people, and that's the reason why you're there. So I hope that this reading resonates to some of you, and to those, give me a thumbs up, and see if these videos are, you like it, share them, subscribe to my channel. And if you want something in a specific that you would like me to do, I do rituals for my Spanish speaking, so I do go live, and I'm going to try to go live on Wednesdays. I might change the time for you guys, because I feel that the most people that sees me is on the other side of the world. So I'm planning to change the time, and hopefully this is good for you guys. And if this video didn't resonate with you, just move on to another reader. Maybe I don't have the message, but you're welcome to do a reading with me, a personal reading. And then remember that the personal readings are more private, and I use more cards, and you'll see how my readings go along. I basically just use first name and last name and the birthday of the person. I don't really work without that. So with that said, love and light, and I hope these messages are good for some people, the ones that resonate with these cards. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care, Gemini, and happy July 4th to all that celebrate July 4th weekend. Bye bye.